Conor Benn, of course, 147, I would love to defend my title. And if that happens, let's do that too.
Ryan, because I don't think anybody thinks he can beat you. I mean, I just don't. I just don't. I mean, to me, he's 135, 140, but I don't. He's a damn good boxer, but I don't think he can beat you. I just don't. I just don't.
He's going to struggle against Garcia, who is a massive puncher at welterweight with both left and right hooks, notably that left hook. It's a dangerous fight for him. I think it'll deliver all the way to the fight, but I'm afraid I think he'll get knocked out by Ryan Garcia.
The style clash favors Ryan Garcia because of his speed, because of his power from the outside. So definitely a tough fight for Conor.
Boxing pros are warning Conor Benn against facing Ryan Garcia, believing the risk may outweigh the rewards in such a dangerous matchup. With opinions pouring in from across the boxing world, many are now debating how a clash between the two would actually play out.
I have something to prove. He has something to prove. That's the only fight that would make sense.
I'm a fan of yours. I think you're great for the sport of boxing. When you're winning, I think boxing is better served because of it, because of how electrifying you.
Stephen A. Smith praised Ryan Garcia, saying he's a real box office fighter when he's performing at his best. He added that Garcia becomes a must-watch whenever he's focused and informed, drawing huge attention from fans. This kind of star power is exactly why Ryan is often mentioned in discussions about big future mega fights.
Up that name nearly as much. When I think about Ryan Garcia, I think about a cat that I believe is box office. When he's on his game, he's must watch, no question.
He even went as far as saying that when Ryan Garcia is fully focused, he doesn't see anyone beating him. And he believes Conor Benn would likely come up short if that fight ever happens.
Ryan will use all the attributes that he has to his best ability. What I mean by that is stay out, length, stay outside, speed. Remember, don't admire your work, right? Don't be the squirrel with your head up looking for something.
Right.
Keep it down. He mentioned it working in training that they was working on that, they was focused on that. Reporters was asking, you gonna keep your head down? Of course, that's the easy thing, but that's what he was known for. I wanted, and I believe Ryan, when he said he's gonna box him, he's not gonna get into his emotions and try to show bravo, like he's getting to a shootout.
And Joe Rogan and Bernard Hopkins revealed how Ryan can win this fight.
Talking for some time. It hasn't even just been recently. You know, it's been maybe a year, 2 years. He actually pulled up on me in London and, you know, tried to fight me, start some trouble at a reward show. So ever since then, he's been on my radar. But since he's #1 and I'm world champion, I said, let's do it, you know. There's no more waiting. Let's just get it on.
That's right.
All my fights that are going to be lined up, I have to do it now.
You've been through a lot. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm a fan of yours. I think you're great for this.
Ryan Garcia said his issue with Conor Benn has been going on for a long time, not just recently. He mentioned they had a heated moment before outside the ring, and since then things have stayed tense between them. Now Ryan says enough is enough, and he wants to fight him in the ring to settle it for good.
Ryan's our guy.
Yes, he is.
He's been on this show as a panelist, and he is unusually talented. So we are rooting for our guy, guys. Like, Ryan is unusually talented. When you put your eyes on him, do you see unusual talent, speed and power?
Absolutely, but it's just he lacks it.
Even Max Kellerman and Gabe Rosado believe Ryan Garcia still has elite talent despite the outside drama.
So that's why I don't feel comfortable with him going into this fight. I'm favoring him because I think he's the much better fighter.
You did was on an elite level. That's Ryan Garcia in terms of pure.
According to them, his speed, timing, and power are dangerous, showing they believe he is more than just hype.
Man, is that a fight?
Yeah, of course I would fight him. Yeah.
How's that going?
How does it go? You tell me.
Left foot won't work on me. You know
we'll see. That's what they all say, but somehow I find the target every time. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Come on now. Come on now. You know how it is. Your city.
In my city.
You don't think I'm gonna hit you with that lip stick?
No.
Many fighters like you. Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it. You're the one that started that. Classic Conor Benn. It's fun.
You think you beat him?
Yeah, of course.
How does it end?
I knock him out.
All right. Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn had a heated face-off, where tensions quickly escalated with both fighters trading sharp insults. At one point, Ryan boldly told Ben that he would knock him out, adding serious intensity to the confrontation.
A little too long. He actually came and confronted me at an event while I was with my wife, and it was just crazy.
Recently?
About 1.5 years ago, and I still remember that. It's like, bro, we're all in suits. Calm down. What are you doing? Like, be professional, buddy. This is like, it reminded me of the movie Southpaw. You know, when he gets confronted and then she ends up getting shot. Like, bro, you need it.
The exchange showed just how personal and explosive this matchup could become if they ever meet in the ring.
He's put Conor in that position, and Conor's a grown man as well, so like, again, who cares?
I wish him all the best. It's a great fight. It's a massive fight for the sport of boxing.
I mean, some people could be mean-spirited, not me, and say it's the battle of the PEDs. But in this instance, would you have put Conor Benn into a fight with Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, look, I said it publicly before. You know, it was a huge fight. I said it the build-up for it will be massive. It's two big characters in Conor Benn. And
Frank Smith was quite critical of Conor Benn, suggesting that he is a dog, and according to him, this kind of reckless approach could be a serious problem when he faces more technical and experienced opponents like Ryan Garcia.
Didn't look full of vim and vigour. His tensile strength is there, but he didn't look like the wrecking ball that fought at middleweight. It's a great prize fight between two of the modern stars of the sport. Conor Benn's crossed over. He is a box office star through thinner, thick and thicker, controversy and the like. You know, he's got star character and star qualities. If he's going to make 147, if he's good at the weight, it'll be a good fight. If he has really struggled at the weight, he's going to struggle against Garcia, who is a massive puncher at welterweight with both left and right hooks, notably that left hook. But Conor Benn, I've said this before and I will say it again, could end up with 50, 60, 70 million in the bank and never win a world title. And that's an extraordinary thing to say, but it will make him a very successful boxer.
Gareth has made a bold prediction ahead of the Conor Benn versus Ryan Garcia clash, saying that Benn could be knocked out by Garcia. He believes Ryan's speed, timing, and sharp counterpunching would be too much for Benn to handle once the fight heats up. According to him, if Garcia catches Benn clean, the fight could end in dramatic fashion.
You sparred Conor Benn. How did that go? And they're in a potential talk with fight with Ryan Garcia. How do you think that fight will go down?
I think that fight, based off of how Ryan Garcia just looked in his last fight, I mean, it looks like he beats Conor Benn. Conor Benn has a style that matches what Ryan is good. You know, Ryan Garcia wins that fight, possibly KO, but Conor is very, very tough. And that's what I already knew about him, but I got to see it firsthand when we sparred. He's much more versatile than we saw in the first fight with Eubank. Comes back in a rematch against Eubank. We see the versatility, we see the speed, the foot movement, and things of that nature. Those were the things that I saw in sparring when I sparred with him. Just 4 easy rounds or whatever, which let me know that he could beat Chris. The first fight, I said, man, he just was hyped up. He got caught up in the moment. The second fight, he comes back, and as most of us would, I would have come back much.
Sean Porter revealed that after sparring a few rounds with Conor Benn, he came away with a strong impression of his style and intensity. However, when looking ahead to a possible fight with Ryan Garcia, Porter suggested that Garcia's speed and sharpness could give Benn real problems. He implied that if Ryan performs at his best, he has the tools to beat Benn in a high-level showdown.
WBC World Title, I'm mandatory for that shot. I've worked hard to get to that shot, but ultimately I'm not sure of options. There's plenty of fighters calling me out, so we'll see what's there. Whatever fight the public want, they can get. I'm here because I want to make the biggest fights possible. I want to make the most memorable nights in boxing. The ones where people go, "God, what a fight, what a night." Something to remember, history made, legacy made. That's why I'm here. So whoever wants.
Conor Benn recently called out Ryan Garcia, making it clear he wants the fight next. Benn didn't hold back, backing his confidence and stating he believes he can beat Garcia if they meet in the ring. The call-out adds more fuel to an already heated potential matchup between two explosive fighters.
Have Conor Benn, who to me is like...
Is that even possible?
Well, absolutely it's possible, but you think about this, like, he's fighting for the Zuffa belt. So, and Ryan Garcia is fighting for all the belts. He's fighting for the WBC, WBA, IBF. Like Conor Benn's with the Zuffa belt, you know, the unicorn pink Zuffa belt. So who knows if we can make that fight? But look, if Dana White wants to call me, then we can start talking. That's the bottom line. So
you think that happens though, because there's been a lot of back and forth between you guys. Like,
well, this is all about the fighters. It's not about me and Dana. You know, me and Dana have a beef going on. You know, which is actually a lot of fun for me. But this is about the fight.
But Oscar De La Hoya stayed neutral when talking about Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, saying both fighters bring different strengths to the table.
And your dad's never been gone. He's been part of your team no matter who's been your head trainer. But he is back as your head trainer for this fight. Walk me through that decision. Why did you decide to go back to your roots and have your dad train you for what is a pretty big fight in your career?
Man, everything that's good in my life is when it's guided by God, my instincts, and not kind of pushed from anything else, like no outer source, whether it be money, whether it be trying to please somebody, whether it be, you know, any other motive other than myself, God, and my instincts and my heart. So, you know, my instinct, my heart said, you know what, I'm gonna bring back my dad. You know, I feel like I got so much knowledge from all three of those coaches and all displayed in you know, certain things that I may have been missing. And I think I've gotten what I needed out of those trainers and through my journey of becoming a better fighter. And my dad has been there for the whole ride. So he soaked in all that knowledge, and now we're ready just to be a father-son duo and take over. When I'm around a trainer, I observe everything they do. Their movement, why they say this. I question a lot of things. So if anything, I know.
In a recent interview, Ryan Garcia talks about changes in his training where family and coaching mix more closely. This adds emotion and responsibility. And in boxing, behind-the-scenes changes can strongly affect performance.
About something like Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia with us.
Huge fighting time. I know we're funking for the rematch.
Eddie Hearn also shared his thoughts on Ryan Garcia, acknowledging the danger and star power he brings to any fight. While showing respect for Garcia's speed and ability, Hearn remained confident in Conor Benn's chances and believes Benn has what it takes to overcome the challenge if the two eventually meet in the ring.
Garcia's been pretty loud. Looks like you're up for that challenge. You want to take him on.
It's a bit cowardly though, because he's seen me go 10 rounds with Regis. I haven't fought that weight in 4 years. You know, 6 weeks notice for a tricky southpaw, two-time former world champion. He's probably sitting there going, oh yeah, I want some of that now. It just goes to show he's cowardly, because where you been? Where you been? I've been vocal about getting a WBC world title. I've been vocal about fighting you. Oh, now you want it. Just sums his character.
Conor Benn didn't hold back, calling Ryan Garcia a coward and questioning his mentality ahead of a potential showdown. He confidently stated that when they finally meet in the ring, he believes he will come out on top. Benn made it clear that he's ready for the fight and fully backs himself to get the win.
Said Ryan Garcia be a minus 350 favorite, Conor Benn would be plus 250. When you add it all up, it's about a 3-to-1 type fight, Mike. You know, the odds makers are saying that Ryan is 75% likely to win the fight, more or less. Who would you be putting your money on with those odds?
With those odds, I'm putting my money on Conor Benn.
One thing that makes this fight so good to me is because what they both have in common is this: the better the opposition, the better they take the mission serious. The better the opposition, the more they both.
Max Kellerman suggested that Ryan Garcia would be a clear favorite in that matchup, estimating he has around a 75% chance of winning the fight.
You know, now that I have this piece that I kind of was missing, of course, I would love to keep fighting and kind of carry boxing. I actually lead this generation of young fighters of popularity and now of being a world champion. So I have all the opportunities to become the face of boxing, but now I just have to prove it with my dedication and all my fights that are going to be.
Ryan Garcia has said he wants to become the face of boxing. He believes he has the talent, popularity, and fighting style to lead the sport and take it to the next level.
They played it, but I came back to the corner in like the first or second round. I said, he's not that good. I said, man, he's not that good. He don't hit that hard either. He's not this monster everybody talking about. He does hit hard, don't get me wrong. But he was like, I said, bro, he's not that good. He doesn't hit that hard. You know, this guy is, I got it. I feel like, man, I got it. And I probably could have stepped up the pace, but at that time, bro, like I said, it was the first or second round. I was like, yeah, he not that.
Regis Prograis didn't seem impressed by Conor Benn, questioning his overall level and suggesting he hasn't shown enough to prove he belongs among the elite fighters. He implied that Benn's reputation may be bigger than his actual accomplishments and believes several top fighters would expose his weaknesses in the ring.
September the 12th, apparently, he said that fight is happening. It's happening in Las Vegas. It'll be the first time in over 4 years that Conor Benn has made welterweight. So he's been boxing obviously up with Chris Eubank Jr. is at 160 pounds, and then he come down to 150 pounds in his last fight. Maybe, you know, some people say they're lacking a little bit of strength. The punch power sort of left him down at 147 is going to be a totally different task as well. It's a tough night for Conor Benn, but he gets that opportunity for the WBC.
You give him a chance
title
against Garcia?
You got to give him a chance. You have to give him a chance, but it's probably quite a slim one. And I think for Conor Benn, it may just lost a bit of that punch power and maybe even a bit of punch resistance at 147. That's why I lean towards Ryan Garcia, who's natural.
And Spencer Oliver is also backing Ryan Garcia to defeat Conor Benn, believing Garcia's speed, timing, and natural talent would give him the edge. He suggested that while Benn is aggressive and always brings pressure, Ryan's explosive offense could prove too much for him to handle over the course of the fight.
Well, he had a good rhythm to his boxing in this fight, too. And even though Ryan doesn't have that consistent jab, his positioning was good. And he'll leave his lead hand out there a little bit, like a stiff arm. And he, that invisible line that fighters draw with their positioning, where if you cross this line, you know you're going to get caught with something and set up with something. He did.
Sean Zittel analyzes the fight technically, moving focus from drama to in-ring action. He says skill and ring IQ may decide the outcome, where small details could separate winning from losing.
Leaving him, joining Zuffa, just your initial kind of reactions and your takeaway from it all.
It wasn't as much as a shock for me because I knew about it probably 4 or 5 days before, or nearly a week before. So, but it was a big shock to a lot of people. Big shock to me initially. Yeah, kind of said everything there is to say. Disappointed, and it is what it is. I don't, you know, I'm not going to be crying my eyes out, but just lessons learned, I suppose, and is, you know, I believed in a lot of things. You know, I took it for granted that I expected the same kind of loyalty in return, and it wasn't. You know, everyone's different. People got different characters.
Eddie Hearn looked genuinely frustrated while talking about Conor Benn moving toward Zuffa boxing, and a lot of fans think it's because he knows how much power and attention that new promotion could pull away from traditional boxing companies.
I'm just picking up on cues, really. And then kind of like there's these instincts and intuition that are just kind of there, you know, like, oh, maybe, like, you kind of get a feeling where, okay, I need to start putting pressure on this man, or I need to, you know, move a little bit. It's just like kind of momentum shifts that you're kind of noticing little by little. And then there's obviously times where I'm thinking, like, sometimes I'll just have like mantras in my head, like that I've done in camp, you know, stay focused. Like my last fight, the whole time when I was fighting him, I would just say, like, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. You know, so it was just like little things that I would say in my mind, but I'm not really necessarily thinking.
Does that mean when you look back on a fight, how much of it can you remember?
The pivotal moments, like my last fight, I remember I started getting comfortable in like the 11th round, just messing with the guy, smacking him, looking at the trainer, and then lowering my hand a little bit, and then, you know, tasting the right hand, and I was like, don't do that. And then kind of like snapping myself back in. So I remember those moments. I remember, you know, when I dropped them, but I mean, for the most part, I have to like look back at the fight to really recall.
In an interview with Chris Williamson, Ryan Garcia explains boxing beyond training, focusing on the mental side. He says, instinct and quick decisions control rounds, where reaction and awareness matter as much as preparation.
Imagine that. Oscar's Ryan's guy. Are they going to be on the dais together? Conor is now with Dana. And then is there going to be a Zuffa belt on the line?
I think Conor Benn is one of boxing's bigger stars, but I think to the point of Jimmy Fallon's reaction, he might not be that like global superstar yet. I mean, Jimmy Fallon, like, he was like, Ryan Garcia was like, let's just say it's a guy from across the pond. And I feel like he was anticipating a pop from Jimmy Fallon to be like, oh, Conor Benn. And he was like, I'm fighting Conor Benn. And Jimmy Fallon was just like, oh, okay.
He may not know a single thing about fighting, though. And so The fact alone that they had Ryan Garcia on that set, sitting in that chair, to me is a really big deal. WBC, and it seems like Conor really wants a WBC title. And so then if Conor wins the WBC title, what does he do with it? Does he trash it? Does he get stripped automatically? Will WBC even want to sanction a fight with Conor Benn, who is aligned with Zuffa, who are actively saying we don't want to be in business with these people? Do you know what I mean? There's like an amazing amount of storylines and layers to this.
The talk around Conor Benn versus Ryan Garcia is getting louder, with boxing pros warning Benn to be careful about this matchup.
Well, it was cool to see that Ryan Garcia, got the spot on the Tonight Show. He also went on to say one of the big reasons this fight's happening is because things are personal. And one of the reasons Ryan said he wanted to fight Conor was because he pulled up on him at one of the Ring Awards shows or something like that a couple of months ago, and things did get a little physical. This is the video of what Ryan was saying on the Tonight Show. I can't show more of the Tonight Show. We're gonna get dinged, but this is what he was saying.
No, you tell me.
Left foot won't work on me. You know,
We'll see. That's what they all say, but somehow I find the target every time. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Come on now.
Don't be talking shit in my city.
Come on now. You know how it is. Your city.
In my city.
You don't think I'm gonna hit you with that left hook?
No.
Oh, many fighters like you. I thought that was.
Oh, and then Conor pushed him.
Go for it. Go on,
Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it. You're the one that started that.
Oh, you go for it.
Look, Conor tried to hit him or tried to grab him with the right hand. I like the fight, though. I don't think Conor is ready for Ryan, but if there is a champion at 147 that Conor would beat right now, it may just be Ryan. Ryan and Conor will do crazy numbers. I think Ryan has a lot of the edge here. I think Conor showed in his last fight he is still a ways to go from being world level. If that ever happens at all, I don't know. And Ryan showed in his last fight, even if it was Mario Bar.
Some see it as a big opportunity, while others think it could be a dangerous step too soon. All right, everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.